Thousands of people have fled their homes across Central Europe as deadly flood waters continue to rise. Emergency operations are underway in Austria, Germany and the Czech Republic to deal with record levels of flooding in some places. Landslides and flooding have led to the deaths of at least 4 people. At least 8 people are missing. In Germany, more than 7,000 people have been moved from their homes in the town of Eilenburg, reports say. The Czech capital, Prague, is on high alert amid fears that floodwater could swamp its historic center. More than 2,500 people have been forced to leave their homes in the capital and the surrounding region, Radio Prague reports. Animals from Prague's zoo have also been moved. Underground stations have been closed and schools shut as Prague officials wait and see whether the Vltava River will flood its banks. Czech Prime Minister Petr Nečas called a special cabinet session on Sunday to coordinate the emergency response, and around 1,000 troops were mobilized to help erect metal barriers and fill sandbags. "We will do everything to protect people's lives and health," he said. "Tonight and tomorrow will be critical." The BBC's Rob Cameron in Prague says the city is hoping that the defences it installed after devastating floods in 2002 will work. At risk is the 14th-century Charles Bridge and other historic buildings close to the river bank, he says. Disaster zone. Main roads in many areas of Central Europe have been closed and rail services cut. In some areas, electricity has been turned off as a precaution. Outside Prague, 2 people were killed and 4 reported missing when a house collapsed. The body of a man in his 50s was found close to swollen river waters northeast of Prague and 2 people are missing after their raft overturned southwest of the capital. In Austria, the meteorological service said 2 months of rain had fallen in just 2 days. A man was found dead near Salzburg after being swept away as he worked to clear a landslip, and 3 further people are missing. More than 300 people were moved from their homes in Salzburg and the neighboring Tyrol as the army worked with the civil authorities to clear landslides and make roads passable. Parts of the Pinsko region, which includes Taxenbach, have been declared a disaster zone. In Germany, Bavaria's flood alert service has warned that the forecast of continuing heavy rain is likely to worsen the flooding affecting the Danube and the Inn, among other rivers in the area. The German cities of Passau and Rosenheim have declared a state of emergency. Authorities in Passau, which lies at the confluence of 3 rivers in Bavaria, said waters could rise above the record levels of 2002. Towns and cities in Saxony, Thuringia and Baden-Württemberg have also been inundated by flooding, and the army has been deployed to help with the emergency effort. In northern Saxony, water levels on the river Mulda were said to be particularly high. A large area of Eilenburg northeast of Leipzig was evacuated, reports said, with 7,000 people being taken to emergency shelters. Chancellor Angela Merkel has discussed the floods in phone calls with the premiers of Bavaria and Saxony, the paper says.